Yeah, bruh. At the end of the day, that's why I be telling people come over to YouTube. You feel me? Because TikTok be on like janky shit, and they always it's like when they flag you, they always don't really give a good explanation. They
Mm-hmm.
say they be saying I'll be bullying, harassing people. Why can't I call a nigga that's bald headed egghead? Why? How's that harassing and bullying somebody? That shit don't make no goddamn sense.
Sound like an observation to me.
You feel me? Damn. I noticed though, and see, that's why we gonna be on your ass, Zane. When I was yesterday going live, and I was talking about, I was talking about black folks. It wasn't no harassment or bullying. You feel me? When I talk about them folks, I talked about Elon Musk, how like sometimes he look like he got Down syndrome. Now I'm harassing and bullying. God damn. Anyway, y'all, I know y'all tuned in, and I know y'all like, damn, you doing the show on Saturday? Well, I told y'all I was doing the show on Saturday. I told y'all I had some special guests coming on. Y'all know what? These brothers right here run one of my favorite podcasts. I've been listening to them for about 4 years now. You feel me? They always come in with great content. You know what I mean? Come in with the funnies. I'll be laughing my ass off every Monday morning listening to these brothers. They be coming in with great insight. You know what I mean? Also, I gotta give y'all air horn. More air horn. More air horn.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. Y'all been at this for a minute, man, and I'm telling y'all, I love the consistency, the grind. It's funny, it's entertaining. You know what? Y'all could probably say it better than me. Y'all welcome a Trucker Minds podcast. Hold on, one more air horn. Hold on. Hell yeah. I appreciate y'all coming in. Let my people know who y'all is. You feel me?
All right. Well, I am one half of a Trucker's Mind podcast. My name is Eddie McGee. That is the guy with the dreadlocks. He is not from Jamaica. He's actually from Bakersfield as well. That is Keith, known as K Fings. We've been podcasting for 7 years, man. I'm a truck driver. Keith is an educator. And well, first, we're content creators first. That's how we're content creators first, but we make our living truck driving and being educators. Outside of that, we're black, as you can see. I wear Dodgers hats. I love the Dodgers. And yeah, I don't think it doesn't summarize the podcast, but we speak on many different topics, you know, cultural topics, current events, sports, very, very little politics. But outside of that, man, yeah, we just try to give our take and our what do you call that? Cultural commentary on a weekly basis.
Yeah. You feel me? And hold on. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm putting it in the YouTube chat. And if y'all watching on TikTok, y'all not going to see the visuals. Come over to YouTube, Kamal Johnson Network. I appreciate y'all. I'm putting the link to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, to the Trucker Minds podcast. Y'all click that link. Y'all go follow. Y'all go sub. You feel me? Hey, K Things, you got anything you want to say about, you know, the journey of being one half of a Trucker Minds podcast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, we just I don't know how it happened. I think we were kind of early to the podcasting world. Not, you know, we didn't strike gold or nothing. It's not like we came to California in the 40s, but you know, we're pretty early in terms of our peers. You know, like it wasn't too many people in our town that was podcasting or anything. We kind of did it on our own, and you know, we've been able to be consistent. Pretty much, you know, every week we skip maybe a couple. You know, I was sick once. I might have, you know, went on a honeymoon and things like that, but probably a handful of times that we skip. But we manage every weekend to put out content, and yeah, we love it. We love talking about different things. I think for myself, it's like a nice end of the week reunion with my boy, and we just talk about stuff and have interesting conversations about whatever is going on in the world.
Yeah, that's facts. y'all do talk about a plethora of things. You feel me? Y'all talk about things sometimes that like I don't talk about, and I kind of like that because then it gives me a different perspective and also gives my mind on different things instead of like the more politically driven type of topics I talk about and stuff like that. And y'all bring it in such a comical way, in such an insightful way. I'm like, yeah, you feel me? I'm like these brothers are on to something. You feel me? And like I said, it's like y'all touch on topics that are very important to me, and I feel that it's very important to the Black American community. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And the way y'all come about it is like I'm just glad y'all like. I'm glad y'all don't be on the Sam Bonese or Coon Denise type of shit. You feel me?
No,
Y'all don't be on that shit. You feel me?
no, absolutely not.
Yeah, man, y'all keep it real. Y'all give y'all perspectives, and y'all don't. It's not an echo chamber between y'all. Y'all sometimes don't be fucking agreeing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But when y'all disagree, y'all don't be acting like y'all like in a wrestling match about to Stone Cold stun each other and shit. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I greatly appreciate that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to tell the people before we hop into these topics? You feel me?
Yeah, just to kind of set the expectations. If you do happen to give a damn and you click on that link, just know that we've been doing this for 7 years weekly. We come up with fresh content every week. We really love and care about speaking on these microphones, what we do. And I think that, starting that pod in 2018 was at a time where, like Keith mentioned, there are podcasts that exist. But I feel like we went into podcasting at a time where it wasn't, what do you call it? How people just like a fad, almost like a fad, like a trend. We didn't do that. It was very organic. Me and Keith had been having conversations when he was in college, and I would be at work, and then we would look, and sometimes we'd be 50 minutes, 47 minutes, 1 hour and 15 minutes. And then once he graduated from college and he came back to Bakersfield, he was like, I don't know how the conversation, you know what? Actually, I started a podcast myself first, and I was doing it solo. And he was like, you want to just do a podcast like a traditional one? I'll just bring my mic and laptop. And from the day that he brought the laptop and the mic over, because we started with one microphone. That's what people don't know. Like, it sounded like we had two, but it's because me and Keith have known each other for so long. I'm basically his big brother is my best friend. So I've known Keith since he was little. Keith is like my little brother. And when you know somebody for that long, you build up that it's like this unspoken conversational rhythm. I don't really know how to explain it. But like when Keith starts talking, I train myself to like stop talking. Or when he's talking or vice versa, that's just how we get along. I've heard podcasts that do not do that. They just niggas be yelling over each other, about to fight. I have too much respect for Keith and vice versa for us to have that. So yeah, just to kind of set the ground. That's what we do over here on this side.
Yeah. I think like you were saying, I think that we started in a time where it was just I had some equipment because I was making music, and I had a microphone, and I just pulled up to his house, and like he was saying, like when I was coming from school, those are like 15-hour drives, and he on the clock for 15 hours sometimes during his day. So to kill time, it's like, man, let me talk to Eddie for like an hour and a half, and and by the time we just kept doing that, and then it was around the time where I didn't even know what a podcast was, but I remember seeing like Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, they were like tweeting out links and things like that. And one day I was like, man, I'm tired of listening to this Big Sean album. So I just clicked on the link, and the rest is history. I was like, man, this is dope. They just like, they laughing, having fun. I'm like, I'm funny too. Like, like let's make something happen.
Big Sean was wearing you out. He's like, boy. Tired of hearing this nigga.
I did buy the album though, Big Sean, so don't take it as disrespect.
He gonna come out with a diss track and everything for Keith.
Man, that shit would be crazy. Wait a minute. Where has Big Sean been at, man? He ain't dropped the album in a minute.
I don't know. The nigga been acting different since he got them fake abs.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Big Sean got fake abs?
Big Sean got big abs, bro. It's the weirdest thing, bro. It's like he got it's like he got a gut with abs on it. I'm not trying to like have commentary on somebody, but it is so obvious. If you don't believe me, anybody that's going to listen to this podcast, go over and look up put in Big Sean abs, and you'll see what I'm saying. It doesn't match his body or nothing. And he denied the claims. He said no. He's like, nah, man, my that's just how I've been my whole life. And it's like, come on, man.
And he got the Mr. Potato Head abs and shit.
Yeah, Big Sean is a big lie.
Damn. Speaking of lies and caps and shit like that, and I feel personally, and we're gonna get into the Diddy stuff first. Diddy Doc and the beef between him and 50 Cent and Ja Rule and all that shit. I personally think 50 Cent is capping and lying when he's saying that he's not doing this to troll Diddy, and he's also doing this just to be like some honest journalist. I'm like, bro, you could be fucking trolling, bruh, and still do this at the same time, right? How y'all feel about this shit?
Well, I mean, at first, my opinion before watching the documentary was very surface. It was like, maybe 50 Cent feels jaded because Diddy was pimping out his baby mama or something because that really happened. He was pimping his baby mama, but that's very this is very short-sighted. After watching the documentary, I felt like it was a double reason. One of them was to be like a good journalist. I feel like he did a great job of finding stories and all having people tell the story. He wasn't trying to paint a narrative. He had people in the documentary that had receipts and written documents, which made you really think about, hey, what's up with this dude, right? So I think it was a troll job, but it was the best troll job I have ever fucking seen on a documentary. I've never, when he had that dude mocking him, when he's like, when they made that song "Come With Me," Diddy, and the guy that had wrote the song, he said he wrote it a certain way to match the production. And he said when they let Diddy try to do it, Diddy was like, "Hear my cries, hear my falls, time halls." That shit was hilarious. But I think you learned a lot more from this documentary. You also unseen footage that 50 put in here from when Biggie died, right? Which is kind of crazy. Like, it makes you think over the last almost 30, it's been 30 years. How much footage have they not released? Because I can guarantee you from that time, like, they call the cameras Big Brother. Big Brother has been around for quite some time, especially in the 90s. I'm sure they've confiscated all the video footage from the hotels, from outside the hotels. If they had any lights, I don't know if they had cameras at stoplights back then. I'm not sure if they did, but they've got all that video that they have not shown the public. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see what else he's going to do with it. Yes, it was a troll job, but it was like journalism. I think it's gonna take 50 Cent to the next stratosphere when it comes to like making other films or documentaries.
Mm-hmm. All right, Keith, what you think about it, bro?
I think similarly to what Eddie said, I think some of it was trolling, but I think if I would give it a percentage, I would go like an 80-20, because I think a lot of times I would say, like, we don't really know what 50 Cent's role is in a lot of these productions, right? I remember thinking, like, when Power came out, that 50 Cent was like the writer, the director, and the leading actor and stuff like that. Then you look at some of the credits and you start to see, like, oh, the showrunner was this person, the screenwriter on this episode was this person, but he has executive producer credits. But a lot of times we don't actually know what that means. We know that he is out with the director doing the interviews and stuff like that, but we may not ever know, like, who exactly is the person that put this together. Did they bring 50 Cent in a little bit later to be like the face or the forefront of the conversations and the promotion aspect of it? Yeah. So for that reason, I think it was primarily like a documentary that they were just trying to tell the story. And you could kind of get that sense when it comes to the way it was put together. You know, it didn't seem like there were funny moments in there, but it was a very serious documentary, and they were, you know, and there was even opportunities where they could have been a little bit, they could have gone a little crazier on Diddy, but they chose not to and just kind of stuck to the story that they had, you know, evidence or, you know, commentary to support. So yeah, I think there's some beef there, but I think it's almost like the opposite of Drake and Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick kind of made up things, you know, based off of narratives, but I think 50 was like, oh, this is real. Like, these are real facts, and these are real people that are saying these things about him. So I'm gonna just, you know, document it as such.
Yeah, 50 Cent is diabolical. Like, I know what you did with Claude Davis, man. I know what you and Claude was doing in the back rooms or whatever. You're not gonna get me to fall for that, man. Come on, man.
Bruh, speaking of diabolical, this is why, look at y'all. This is why I think Burber was trolling a little bit. Y'all seen this? Oh, let me make it bigger because I'm blind as hell.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blind. Y'all see this?
Yeah, 50 Cent appears to confirm he did ABC interview, knowing it's one of the few channels Diddy gets in prison. I don't think Diddy needed any special access. He would have gotten it anyways. But I think that there's people in prison that are like taking pictures with Diddy and like trying to befriend him. But it's like, this guy was collecting sperm. I don't think you want to be his fucking friend in real life. I don't really know the best idea. Like, this is the guy you don't want to. Okay, not only was he collecting sperm from sex workers, but he was putting his hands on Cassie. He was also allegedly putting hits on people. He was also trying to get with everybody's girl. Like, this is just like the worst human being might go. Like, this guy is, I don't even know. Like, his whole personality was just manipulation, thievery. Like, I don't want to be in those pictures with him. And also, it was on the documentary when he went outside to, like, I guess, clean up his public image. He was like taking pictures and rubbing shoulders with people in the public. You remember that part?
Yeah.
He's like taking pictures, and it was like, hey man, let me get a picture. It's like people are so mesmerized by his celebrity that they wanted to take photos, but it's like this guy was rubbing somebody else's jizz on him. Like, I'm not taking pictures with a jizz collector. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I'm the one that should be taking a shower after shaking your hand, nigga. You the sperm.
Yeah. He's like, yo, I gotta take 2 showers, man. Like, I can't do this, man. I gotta take 2 showers. The first thing I would tell him is like, hey man, you guys need to put him in, what do you call that, solitary confinement? Because if you don't put Diddy in solitary confinement, he's gonna get a hold of somebody's sperm. I don't know how he's gonna do it. You gotta get that motherfucker away.
Have y'all been seeing the fucking photos? I think they AI generated, but it's a photo of Diddy like smiling, and there's like a she-man on his shoulder.
Oh.
Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, I think that's AI, man.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, definitely AI.
I think it's AI too, but damn it, nowadays you just never know at this point. You feel me? Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
You know what'd be crazy? Just imagine in an alternate universe, because Diddy's not getting off. But imagine if Diddy somehow got acquitted, or there was like some type of violation of his civil rights, and then he gets out of prison, but then he goes back to prison because one of those people in prison was like, he violated me, and then now he's going back to prison for what he did in prison.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Crazy as hell. Where's the photo? Oh damn, I probably can't even find it.
They're gonna do an interview like on Dateline, and it's gonna be, you know how they black people's faces out where you can't see them, and then they're gonna distort the voice. And like, first of all, what's your name? He's like, my name is Sharonda. It's like, Sharonda, what did you experience with Diddy? Like, somehow he took the alcohol that he made, the fruit alcohol in prison, and he drugged me. He's like, well, there's no drugs in prison. He made drugs. It's like, damn, this nigga making drugs in there.
Yeah, I can see a wild headline where he just like stick up a sperm donor location.
Yeah, whoever in here, get it all out of you right now. I need everything. I need all of it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I will say this though. I gotta say this right now. I know Diddy ain't about shit. This documentary it shedded that light where it seemed like he just fucked over every artist. You feel me? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I knew that motherfucker wasn't about shit when he made them niggas go get cheesecake.
Man.
I'm like, what the hell? You feel me? And look, Dave Chappelle, he made one of the greatest skits with that. I know he was poking fun at it, but in retrospect, it's like, yo, that's kind of effed up. He made him do some shit like that. Right?
Yeah.
But I do have to say that they are getting Diddy on, like, it seems like the Man Act type of shit, right? Y'all know what the Man Act is? What they did with Jack Johnson?
I'm not
sure.
So basically, Jack Johnson, he was this boxer. He was whooping a lot of white folks' asses. Buy out. And then what he was doing was he was taking the white women, whooping ass too in a certain way.
Yeah,
you feel me? But he was taking them across state lines. And so they hit him with, we're creating up the Man Act. Basically, you're taking women and you're doing prostitution across state lines, which is federally illegal. So that's what basically the Man Act is.
Damn.
So that's how they I feel like they trying to get Diddy on some shit like that too. And it's like, I know Diddy ain't about shit, but I also could see what y'all doing with the law.
Yeah.
So,
I think one of the things in the documentary that got kind of not glossed over, but the reason why they had the footage of Diddy like right before he was getting arrested was the footage got out because he had a guy that was around him 24/7 recording, right? He was trying to record a lot of footage, I guess to have maybe some story, in case he beat the case, a very like large human being. So he wants to have everything recorded and he hardly sleeps. So the guy recorded a bunch of footage for Diddy and Diddy only purchased so much of it. And he said, hey man, but you got 120 hours of footage, but there's 160 in here. And then Diddy was like, nah, we ain't gonna pay for that. We ain't doing that right now. So what ended up happening is fucking 50 Cent got a hold of the other footage because by law, that content is yours until you sell it. So he was able to sell that footage off, and then 50 Cent used that against him in a documentary. And I think what's scary about that too is like what it caught. It caught like Diddy and his sons. He need to investigate his sons too. Something's off about those kids. Something's off about all of them. Justin, all of them. Especially what's the one that looks just like him? Is it King Combs? Something Combs?
It's King Combs, yeah.
Yeah, King made a song like, I better not be hearing nobody say no Diddy. And everybody's like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up.
Yo, I got my brother Dwayne in the comments. He said that Biggie Smalls' estate said the documentary was a lie, and they said that Biggie Smalls never paid his own funeral.
Biggie Smalls' estate is not ran by Biggie Smalls. His mom's not even alive. It's pretty easy to compromise that estate at this point. Diddy was a diabolical person. Like I was listening to something else, and it said like with Danity Kane or other acts, like he was moving their money around so much that it took them forever to get it. Like he was putting that shit in shell corporations and it moved around for so long that by the time they get it, it was nothing. This guy, like he signed he signed freaking Cassie to a 10 album deal.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's fucking nuts, man.
Freaking albums. God damn.
Yeah, that's a slave deal. That's basically I own you. And I think maybe at that time she might have trusted him, but anybody that was in her corner should have told her to never do that.
Do you think people was really in her corner like that though? Kind of felt like nobody really
probably not. Probably not. I think that, especially, you got to think about this. This is back in like 2005 or 6, something like that. So if you think about that, what people don't know a lot about the record industry at that time, and that there was a willful ignorance, but there was a lot of this. Where did Keith go?
Yeah, I think he dropped out. I think he's gonna come back in.
Oh dang! I was like, man, this nigga Keith fell into the abyss.
Into the abyss, you see it?
That nigga Keith.
Right, we gonna do the two-man view until Keith comes back. You feel me?
That nigga Keith disappeared into the graphics in the background.
Yeah.
He got swallowed up by the graphics.
It was Diddy Wi-Fi. The Diddy Wi-Fi guy, bro. He was like, all right, bro, y'all talk to him. I'm gonna take out one by one. But yeah, what was you saying, bro?
As soon as you say Diddy, that nigga just fucked the Wi-Fi up. He's like, oh no. Nah, but yeah, Diddy was a guy that, like, if you look at his origin story of how he even got popular, it was off of the despair of others. He had that big event with Heavy D, and it maxed capacity, but then they had people that rushed the door because he overly promoted it, and then people got trampled to death and they died, and he got popular. So it's like it probably trained his brain to say, hey, even if people have to die, then that's what I'll have to do. So there he goes.
I don't know what.
Now we said the Diddy Wi-Fi got you, bro. Diddy, the Wi-Fi started messing up. He was like, I connections in jail, baby. But,
that nigga Diddy threw some sperm in the fiber optics. He's like, put some jizz in there, man.
Oh my goodness. Nah, but let's move on to the next thing. We're still dealing with the 50 Cent, right? And Ja Rule came into play. We know Marlon Wayans came into play, but I talked about that already. I know y'all talked about that too on your podcast. I want to get into the Ja Rule because he's been saying some things when it comes line to this documentary. He basically saying, 50, you a damn snitch.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about these allegations from Ja Rule?
50, Ja Rule really said that?
They said Ja Rule calls 50 Cent a snitch after Diddy Doc series release.
I think that they got to grow up, man. I think that this is just who they are. They're looking for any reason to be reductive of one another whenever they create projects. It's just childish, but this is not the thing for you to jump out about. You're really calling somebody a snitch because he talked about somebody collecting sperm. Damn, what's happening back there?
I think that's key stuff. That's when that happened.
It just hurt. It sounded like somebody was dribbling a basketball for a second.
Oh my bad. I'll mute
it. But
yeah, Ja Rule's tripping. Ja Rule's tripping, man. I think this is the time where you stand down. You stand down because I could assure you, whatever 50 Cent knows, Ja Rule knows even more because Ja Rule has been in the industry longer than 50 Cent. So the lot of the things that he must know, and then also he better hope and pray that he can't be implicated in any that he was doing. Because the truth be told, like some of the people was going to those freak offs, they just thought it was a party. That maybe the freak off started off very mild, just like basic sex stuff, just basic like, oh, she's hot. What do you say? What your friend said? Let's be honest. Is 50 Cent has allegations too? What allegations? Of what?
Hold on.
There's some domestic violence stuff.
There it goes. Ja Rule say calling it out.
Allegations in light of Diddy docuseries. And I mean, hey, I didn't hear anything about it. Maybe he does, but maybe they're not real. Maybe they're not true. Maybe 50 Cent is an idiot and he shouldn't be talking when he has allegations. Or maybe he's confident enough to speak because allegations are false. It's very nuanced. I take allegations with a grain of salt until they really come to the forefront.
I think 50 Cent is like beyond. Like he still has street conversations and street ties, but he is a film and TV executive, So he's not worried about no snitching allegations, especially with somebody he doesn't like.
Yep.
I think if Ja Rule had a situation, if Rick Ross had a situation, obviously Diddy, just some of these people that he notoriously doesn't like. He's going to do the same thing because one, he going to make a big bag off of it. As we've seen, it beat out Stranger Things, and Stranger Things is the biggest thing moving when it comes to TV right now. It beat out Stranger Things. Stranger Things crashed Netflix for a little bit, and the Diddy documentary passed it up for number one in multiple countries. So I think they can have that conversation about snitching, but I think he ain't worried about that at all. He worried about getting money.
Do you feel y'all feel this? So y'all feel this like a petty move by Ja Rule at this point?
Yeah, Ja Rule was just sitting at the house by himself, yelling like, "What is this I'm looking at?" And then, he decided to chime in when he shouldn't have. It's if you don't, I could never hate somebody that much. Like I could not. I just think that they've been rich for too long. I think they're bored. They've been rich for way too long. They're getting a lot of money, and they just are still looking for, I guess their beef goes back. I guess there's some prison stuff that goes back to them. Like, what's the crew? Where's Ja Rule from? Is it Murder Inc? Murder Inc. I guess supposedly Murder Inc. is like a real thing in prison. So I don't know. That's some street shit, man. I'm not a street guy.
But I will say, I think in terms of like technically what snitching is, I think that it primarily revolves around two people committing a crime and somebody else kind of telling the police or law enforcement information about said thing happening. I don't think that like the whole Diddy thing is it's not even in the street. It's not even in the street world. They're talking about domestic violence and sexual assault and things like that. So I don't even know. I don't even think that falls in line with like street politics. This is something completely different. And one thing that 50 Cent said that kind of let me know that, and maybe he was being authentic and maybe he was, a little bit kind of just talking to the news, I guess, is that he said, if I didn't put this content out and I wasn't kind of talking about this in this light, they would think that hip hop is okay with his behavior.
Yeah. Hey, to the love of the underdogs on top, and I'm gonna start with it. 50 Cent sound like he always sound like he got like bees in his mouth. I don't know. I think it's from getting shot in the mouth. So I really shouldn't make fun of that.
In the mouth, yeah. I will say that when he did say that though, I was kind of like, I gave a little pushback because I was like, yeah, but the timing is pristine to do this shit now instead of doing it kind of a couple months or years ago when it was like, all right, bro, like, you know what I mean? I get what he's trying to say, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, yeah, I can see how people are looking at it like you kicking a man while he fucking that.
I mean, he deserves to be. He should be stomped out. Like Diddy shouldn't be kicked while he's down. They should take baseball bats and hit him with it. That guy's fuck him. He's a piece of shit. That's why my thing is, there's some people, you don't kick them when they're down, but when a person has a history of being a slime ball, writing people to bad deals. I guess there was a time where Craig Mack, he had one of the biggest songs in the country, right? And he was broke. He needed some money because he got signed to a fucked up deal. They said Diddy pulled out a wad of cash, like a big old wad of cash, peeled off $100 and gave it to him in front of everybody. Yeah, you should hit him with a bat. Fuck him. That guy's a piece of shit.
God damn. Hold on, y'all. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my bad. You still on the TikTok gonna kick? They're not gonna air this out.
Nah, they gonna air it out because we talking about it's us black folks talking about other black folks. Now, if you a certain view of folks, TikTok would have been like harassment, bullying. You done did something sexual. We taking your shit down. It's like,
I've learned to have zero empathy for people who have a history of doing others wrong. I don't care who they are. I've learned to like, there are people that say like, let's pray for him. No, I'm not praying. I'm not wasting my prayers on him. There are other people. There's like real people dealing with real life stuff that deserve prayers. He gets no energy from me. I don't agree with it. Especially, I'm not going to use my energy from God to give it to a nigga that collects sperm. I can't do that. I refuse to do that.
The semen collector.
Yeah. He needs
that shit weird as hell, man.
I know it's not illegal. To collect sperm, but that nigga should get 20 years for that alone.
Do y'all think that's why the waves were so dipping?
Oh, dang.
God damn.
That's
another
formula.
Yeah.
Put it in the Murray's grease.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know, it's crazy. I guess what would you call this, like a double entendre in rap?
Mhm.
Can you imagine? You be like, man, them waves is dipping like the ocean. He like, yeah, like some semen on a boat. Yeah.
Oh, God damn. Oh, Eddie Mommy Todd. Damn.
P
Uh,
Diddy is so crazy.
but
And
y'all
you
got
know,
any last words y'all want to talk about it before we hop into the next
yeah,
topic?
I would say honestly, I don't know. Like Eddie said, he doesn't have the empathy, and I think I don't really have empathy for him either. But I did have like a, a feeling of like sadness came over me when I was watching him in the studio, and he couldn't get the lyrics right. I don't know what he was saying. He was rapping. He's like, yo, yo, blah, blah, blah. And then he couldn't get the lyrics right or the tone right. He like slapping himself in the face, like, come on, man, come on, let's do it. And I'm just like, it just baffled me how untalented he was when it comes to music. I feel like that portion, especially for us as like Black people, that's like second nature. It's even if like maybe you can't write the lyrics that well, but to be able to just recite something that you are hearing and having difficulty doing that, spending 8 hours to get a few bars on the paper is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, it's the drugs, man. And all the this nigga should have rubbed that oil off his body. You got to dry your body off first. You can't just be in there oiled up trying to remember lyrics. You got what GHB is in it, so this guy's all doped up trying to remember it. Like that ain't it. You know what? He said he felt sadness. I guess you meant that generally. I'll tell you why I feel nothing. I feel nothing because he is occupying a space where an actual talented Black person should be. He needs to get the fuck out of the studio. There should be somebody else in there that loves what they do, that don't drug and collect sperm. I am tired of P. Diddy. That guy, no, absolutely not. It makes me mad when I see talented people in general,
Right.
and also Black people that are trying to make it and they're trying to do things the right way. And then you get guys like him that fuck over other Black people, sign into bad deals, collect sperm, and the guy he's just thriving in life.
Right.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I have a genuine problem with that.
I think that's part of it too. Like when you are surrounded by people that are really talented, you're surrounded by people that actually play 10 instruments or
There you go.
sing really well or are great writers. And
Yep.
then you see somebody that is at the top of the music industry that can't really do anything.
Can't
And
do
then
nothing.
there's a lot of people that would say like, oh, you don't need to be like pressing buttons to be a producer. Like Quincy Jones
Jones.
didn't play all the music on Michael Jackson's Thriller or whatever. One, I hate that comparison because Quincy is like a real musician.
Absolutely.
But two, when in the documentary they put a magnifying glass to all that because he was saying, I forget the guy's name, but he was saying that like he didn't really do anything. Like he was saying like he was picking terrible songs for Jodeci and all them, and he would have to come into the studio and say like, "Yo, that's not it. Like, go with this one." So it's like, what did he really do? Like, did he really put Juicy together, or was it really, maybe Biggie just liked the beat and Biggie did all the work. So that's like that's what I'm left wondering. Like, what did he really do?
He says, I'm not lying about it. Biggie Smalls estate saying that did he pay for everything, or did he pay for everything? Well, yeah, I hear you. I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm saying that estate is compromised. You got to realize Diddy owned him. So when you actually, I don't know, man. It's more nuanced. I don't want to make it like I'm a genius, but I believe that there was royalties. There was something that was supposed to go to Biggie that went to Puffy's mom instead, which is wild. And there was a lot of businesses and things in his mother's name, which I don't think it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily from a business. Like it's no different than like maybe a LLC. If they try to come after you, they can only come after the LLC. So I get that. I don't want to but I mean at the same time, like this guy was not making honest moves.
I guess the biggest thing is like he has a track record of doing people dirty. So
there
like,
you go.
Why would we believe that he paid for the funeral?
Yeah. Let's see the paperwork.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be transparent about it. I think that now, especially that guy Kirk that worked and he had 25% of the company, that
Mhm.
guy has handwritten notes from 1996.
Right.
Like that guy didn't trust Diddy at all, right? So he
Yeah.
had all the handwritten notes, but also, unfortunately, Diddy blew his back out too. Like this nigga was smacking everybody he dealt with. Everybody. It's crazy. And every girl that he got, it was from another dude. The very first one he got was Eric Sermon's girl he was dealing with. Then the next one was I'll Be Sure. That was Kim Porter. Then the next one was freaking, oh my God, how many other ones? Just infinite. J-Lo. Her ex-husband. I talked about it on the last pod.
Even
Um,
Cassie, he got it from
yes.
Ryan. What's his
Ryan
name?
Leslie.
That
Ryan
was the
Leslie.
girl Tupac was dealing with too. I think he got her pregnant as well.
Yeah, this dude, it was a power thing. It's almost like he wanted to conquer the women from other men, when in actuality he didn't conquer anything. He just got women with loose morals. You never win that way, right? You just, it's easy to go after women with loose morals. You're just another guy with money and power, and in their mind you might have upgraded. Even Cassie, which is unfortunate, she was young, but she accepted the role as side chick while Kim Porter was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where it was noted that Kim Porter be like, nah, I ain't doing that. Have your side bitch do it. And everybody knew that she was doing that, which is, this dude is diabolical. I wonder how many more are there, because he got J-Lo. All of them was from somebody else's. J-Lo was married, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess recently she tried to come out and say that, she had never been loved properly or whatever the case. And then her ex-husband from back in 97 said, fuck that. I can't let her. I've been quiet all these years. I'm not about to let her drag my name. And he said, yo, she couldn't keep it in her pants. And, she ran off with Diddy, everything. It's documented. It's all, if you look it up, it's a whole conversation of him saying she's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
Hot in the pants. You feel me?
Oh, last thing. I'm sorry. I don't want to hold you up, but the thing with Lil Rod is probably one of the most eye-opening things on the whole documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Rod, as a producer, Diddy kept bringing them in, like just kind of staring at.
Oh, you went out, bruh. You went out. Eddie. Go.
Go ahead.
Now
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You went out for a little bit.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. No, Lil Rod obviously was a producer, and he was making music for, I guess, his upcoming album. And he said it was just a lot of partying. He was trying to work, but there's a lot of partying and a lot of girls and drugs. And he said at first, like, he would go to sleep and it'd be a girl next to him, and then other times he'd wake up and it was Diddy, and he felt sore. Now, he didn't indicate specifically where he was sore. I'm gonna say it was his butt, but he said he was just sore. But you wake up sore next to Diddy and you keep on making music. I think that you've literally sacrificed your integrity for your career, and that's too high of a price. Way too high. Everybody in this documentary had that their morality, it was for sale. It was for sale. Whether it was Kim, Cassie, all of them, even his first assistant, he took her in the park and said, I could kill you in here and no one would know about it. And it's because his assistant was best friends with Suge Knight's girl, or basically Suge Knight's girl was his assistant's best friend. So he said, if you have any doings with her, I'm gonna kill you. And then she just kept working for him like it was a random Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, man.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, man.
I'll say this. Minus all the talent shit and him not having no talent, I didn't like how he fucked up the business. And he made,
bruh.
Let's be real. People look at Diddy, they looking at us as black men. And him doing these type of business deals and fucking everybody over. We already got a stigma about us as black men not either working well with each other or with other people because they think we gonna fuck them over and that type of bullshit. I did not like that at all. I'm like, God damn, Diddy. Bro.
When I look at black men that I respect, I think of Byron Allen. You know what I'm saying? I think of Byron Allen. I think of guys like, believe it or not, Cat Williams. I've heard a lot of good stories about Cat and how he takes Mrs. Pat, I think somebody had passed away in her family. He took care of the whole funeral and paid her to be on the road as a comedian with him when she first started. Like there's all kind of stories swirling around of what Cat Williams did for people, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you have me and Keith talk about it. It's like having a life score, like a credit score, but except that for life, right?
Yeah.
When you have a bad life score, you have a history of doing people wrong, bad deals, collecting sperm, all kinds of shit over the years. And then a documentary comes out and nobody's surprised because they know you're a piece of shit. Whereas like there's somebody out there that's been doing well or doing good for people for many years. They don't get the acclaim. They're not how do you put it? It's like feeding a homeless person and putting the phone in their face.
Yeah.
There's two types. Yeah,
Like,
right. There's two types of people that give. There are people who give and it's between them and God, and there's other people who give and it's between them and the internet. And Diddy is the guy that's been like, vote or die, y'all. Get out here and vote. Here goes some of my Ciroc and this and that. Let me do this dumbass dance on screen. Like this is this nigga's whole existence. So this is who he is.
The last thing I gotta say before we get into the next topic, and the next topic, I've been learning more about the next topic, and I'm like, God damn, bruh. So, was Lil Rod named Lil Rod by Diddy, or before or after the alleged capitalization? Like, I'm just like, bruh. That shit that Lil Rod was saying, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, because at the end of the day, bro is a grown man and didn't put up a fight. It didn't seem like.
Nah, he was like, stop. Stop.
It's like, bro, it's hard for us to kind of, because it wasn't only Lil Rod, though, that said he had the sexual assault against him, allegedly, but that other dude. Remember there was another dude, he had the long dread type of shit?
Oh, Kurt.
Yeah, that's Kurt.
Yeah.
Kurt.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
he owned 25%.
Yeah. And I'm like, bruh, y'all didn't have no fight back. It's hard for me to believe that y'all wasn't complicit with the shit.
Yeah, man. Somebody said it made a good point about Diddy. They said that they didn't think Diddy was gay. They just said they think that Diddy was doing that shit for power. Like he wanted to assert dominance over other dudes. Well, first of all, to us in layman's terms, that's just still gay. But yeah, definitely
yeah.
Gay category. But I could believe that his ego so out of control. I could believe that a person, like him may not be gay, but still do that. Simply because he wanted to assert dominance. And I get it. I don't get it, but I get why he probably did shit like that. You look how his dating history is with women. It was never about real interest. It was about domination. It was about taking from someone else. And he knew if he got a sense that he could take away from a man, he would do it. And I'll give you another example before we switch. There's a clip of Nipsey Hussle and Diddy, and they were making a song on a victory lap on Nipsey's album. And Nipsey was pumped up. He was clapping. He was like, yeah, bro, this is it. And then out of nowhere, Diddy's like, hey, man, we can't do no clapping in here. No clapping in the studio. No clapping. And then Nipsey was like, I'm going to clap all night, bro. I'm going to clap all night, bro. Right? He was temperature checking Nipsey, and Nipsey didn't go for it. Right? And that's what happens when you could squash somebody's bullshit without having to crash out on them or whatever by asserting yourself when somebody tries to do that. Because it's a lot of men that do that type of shit. Like, even if they not on some like gay type stuff, they almost try to punk you almost.
Yeah.
They'll be like, because somebody will get slapped in here, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll be like, okay, anyways, bro, like, okay, all right, bro. Like, you gotta let motherfuckers know that don't even try to test me. And when Diddy when so many people wanted opportunities, they were afraid to stand up for themselves. until it turned into them getting their cheeks clapped. But I still can't comprehend the clapping of the cheeks. That's crazy.
There is something to what you were saying, though, Kamal, because like you were saying, this is 2025. Some of those sexual assaults happened a long time ago. And what you see, and maybe it's not real, maybe it's the way that the documentary was edited, was that these things only came up when there was no money being paid. When Diddy started to make money, that's when these conversations around, sexual assault happened. So, maybe if he paid him, none of this stuff will see the light of day.
Damn, that's a better point. That's a better point. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because they all mentioned, especially Lil Rod, he was like, yo, I hit him up, man, about my money that he owed me that. And he told me like, yo, man, you gotta relax, you gotta be cool. The money is going over here, but it'll be back and this and that. Like he would take somebody's manhood or take advantage of women and then dangle the carrot over them. As long as he had the ability to dangle that fucking carrot over you, he controlled. And that's how he asserted his dominance over people. Unless it was the Locks, because they tried to kill him. Yeah, that nigga was it Styles P and freaking Jadakiss. Jadakiss is like, I need my money right now, man. Stop playing with my money. They threw a chair at him.
Hold on, they threw a chair at I didn't know.
They threw a chair at him and they called in on the radio spazzing out, going crazy. I'm surprised you didn't know that. The Locks was like real street niggas. They're ready to get him. Yeah, they called the radio like, yo, Diddy better get it right. Like, we ain't playing that. This is probably like, oh God, early 2000s when they went off on Diddy and he had to end up paying them.
I didn't know about the chair thing. I knew about the Locks going after Diddy and shit. Then they tried to hit him with a chair.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, that's Diddy. You're not gonna when it come down to like street dudes, real street dudes. That's probably when he is gonna back off. Where it's like a dude like Nipsey or something like that.
True.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! What's the dude? What's the light dude? The light skinned dude's name that was in the Hustle and Flow?
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard had an interview and he said basically, did he try to fuck him? This is recent. He said Diddy was trying to get me to come in the studio and like things and write, and he had me show up and I would be reading off my lines and he would just be staring at me. And then finally one of my assistants said, I think Diddy's trying to fuck you. And I'm like, you know what, man? Let's just cancel that next session. We ain't gonna even do that. We ain't gonna do that, man. You can look that video up. You can look that video up and just put Terrence Howard and then put Diddy. It'll pop it all up. Oh, that Dr. Umar?
Yeah.
Dr. Umar is a fucking, that guy is hilarious. He had a live and somebody called in. He'll shit on his live and he was like, and he was reading the lies. He's like, yes, my brother. He's like, God bless you, my brother. Thank you for the donation. Shake that booty, you're blocked, brother. Oh man, that shit was hilarious.
Umar funny as hell, man. God damn. But we're gonna get into the next topic. But before we do, we have new people coming into the room. I'm about to do this again. I'm about to share the link to my brother's podcast, a Trucker Minds podcast. If y'all new tuning in, tap the link. Make sure y'all sub and follow. Y'all go listen to these brothers. All right. You know what I mean? Now the next topic we got to get into. I know I titled the thing "Michigan Football Coach Scandal," but I also wanted to title it "White Box Could Get You in Trouble." Because, man, Michigan coach getting caught up with his side piece, you feel me, and doing all types of strange ass things. Eddie, you was the one that brought this story to my full attention. And hold on, let me do this for TikTok because they think I'm a bot. Once I start talking about football in Michigan, I'm a bot now. Anyway, Eddie brought this to my attention, and I've been actually deep diving into this, and also I've been listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and they talked about this. And damn, this shit is crazy, y'all. Like, bruh out here ready to self-delete himself over the side chick. And I want y'all thoughts on it. Whichever one of y'all want to go first to talk about this, y'all go ahead.
Okay, I'll chime in. What this proves to me is this: if you don't think that you're capable of getting a job at a high position or a high-ranking position, you might want to reconsider that. If they gave a head coach, they gave a guy like this a head coaching job of an institution like Michigan, you need to start applying for those jobs, bro. This guy was chasing pussy and a psycho, and he was the head coach of this football team. So I guess this is like indirectly motivational. Never give up, man. Make sure you apply for that job. Also, what this proves to me is that as a man, especially a married man, there's no excuse for this. Like, even as a guy like me, there's no excuse for that. If you're single, doesn't matter. You fucked off $6 million a year for some box, and you got a family. So you took money out of your kid. You took food out of your kid's mouth box, which is completely ignorant. I think that you have to, if you're like 19 or 20 and you're doing some dumb shit and you're cheating or whatever, it's still not okay. But you're so young that it's somewhat of an excuse. You don't have any life experience yet or anything like that. But as a 39-year-old man that is the head coach of a football team, you're the leader of men. They watch everything you do. And I'm sure that the team knew that he was fucking this chick. Trust me, these players know more than you think they do. They're not like just in their playbooks, reading their playbooks. And I know for a fact, as a head coach, you talk about things like accountability. Like, you guys got to get here on time. You know, you got to read your playbook. You got to do this and that. How are you going to tell me to be accountable when you can't even keep your dick in your pants? Like, how are you going to, you're a poor leader of yourself. You're being led by your dick. You're 39. Not a good look. It also tells me too, it's not even about white box. Because I mean, I've had white box. It didn't change my life. Anyways, it's foolish. It just looks worse because to make it worse, you're a black man with a family and you're chasing this chick that happens to be white. It's a bad narrative. I hate it. I hate that that's the case. I mean, but it would be no different if it was a black woman. It'd still be a lack of discipline. It would still be foolish. And like, more than anything, you lost the bag. Now you finna do time and your life got thrown away because of your life decisions. Control yourself to the point to where you broke into this woman's house and threatened to take your life. Like, what? What are we doing? Wait, what? Like, how is this unstable man a head? Remember the red box for the DVD? That nigga was going to white box.
Nah, hey, hold on. We need to trademark that, because real talk, that one of these white conservative racist ass woman gonna make a podcast like a Lily Gaddis or something, and she gonna call it white box. We need to trademark it.
It's gonna be one of them super clueless, like super ignorant right wing. They'll be like, you know, what's happening between my legs, black men love it, and I can get them to do whatever I want. It's like, girl, shut the fuck up.
It's gonna be like, this is an iHeartRadio podcast.
Oh man, no, I hate that that's the case. And then on top of that, I don't know how much merit there is to this at all. So I'm gonna mention it with not a bunch of certainty, but I've been looking. It was, I guess, supposedly there was like a not Grubhub. I forgot what the other companies, but he had a plan B sent to one of the local institutions affiliated with Michigan, and that's how he got tipped off by one of the delivery drivers that said that he was a plan B. But it's like, dog, not only are you a piece of shit, but you're putting your wife at risk to receive a STD. You're having unprotected sex with not only a co-worker or somebody on the staff, but you're exposing her to a possible sexual transmitted disease. That's not good at all. And she's not off the hook. we're not just gonna talk about the white box. A lot of women, not just white women, but a lot of women need to stop fucking married men. They got a problem. This is a real issue. The fact that she was following his wife on Instagram. They followed each other, and look at her in the eyes, knowing you were deceiving her. You was all over the place with that head coach, letting him do God knows what with no protection, and y'all like just acting like it's all good. Like that's a problem. That's a real problem. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about here.
I will say this. Now the feminists is gonna call us misogynistic because Eddie blamed the woman, said it's the woman's fault.
Oh no,
no, I'm fucking with you, bro.
Oh no, I didn't say that. But if that's their take, they need to go look at their morality. Like, because this is the woman. First of all, like, aren't you guys supposed to have intuition and you're supposed to be a keeper? But I think Chris Rock told a joke that really narrows this down, like, very well. Chris Rock said that a lot of times men will look at, well, we're not talking about Diddy. A lot of times men will look at a man in a good relationship. He's like, man, I want a girl like that. And he said women will look at a woman in a good relationship with a man and be like, I want him. Right. And I think that in this case, that's what happened. She probably thought she was going to get him for real. So the delusion in some ways probably went both ways. He was a complete nut job. I think he was in love with her. I don't think people are talking about that. I think this head coach was in love with her, and I think she was in love with him, and they thought they could manage this shit, and he threatened to kill himself. Like, nigga, what are you thinking?
I have heard of situations where married guys got a side chick, but they not just knocking her down. They really like telling her, yeah, I'll lead a family for you right now, like paying for certain things. So it's the adultery, right? But also just that, I don't know what it is, but they just be falling in love with, I don't know if they're falling in love with the women per se. Maybe it's just new, it's a shiny new toy, or it's a shiny new whatever, and that kind of honeymoon thing, or just the adrenaline that comes with having a side chick and also having a wife at home, all of that stuff. But I think above all, when you, like you said, when you're trying to lead young men, these are 19, 20-year-old kids that are, playing football, and you're, like you say, you're trying to instill discipline in them, and you're trying to tell them to have, just to be stand-up guys, and trying to create this idea that football is much more than what happens between, the sidelines, that it's about life, and, trying to teach them things that'll benefit them for the rest of their lives. You can't really lead by words only. You have to be the example. And I think that I'm kind of tired of these black men fumbling the bag, man.
Yeah, that's
when you
stupid.
When you hear about Shannon Sharp, losing the deal at ESPN. This guy, I don't know,
19-year-old white girl, man.
Yeah, I don't know if Michigan has had a black coach. I mean, I may be wrong. I don't know the history of that, but yeah, like that. He came right after Jim Harbaugh, Harbaugh, off of a championship, season. So for him to get that job is a big deal. But now he just fumbled it. Like this happens way too often, man. And it's really easy not to do that. Like just think about the amount of effort that it takes to cheat. He hiding messages and deleting emails and stuff like that. So for him to go through all that effort, he could have been watching film.
Yeah.
Michigan is not doing that good this season.
No, exactly. I was getting to that. Like, I mean,
he's the only black coach in the history of the school.
That nigga was changing the plays.
200 years old.
Like left pussy on 3. White tail. Ready, Hut.
White box right.
Sloppy toppy 7.
Hey, that shit funny. Hold on. what I heard though, that she was like, her dad was like clicked in with like the Michigan like college system or some shit, or within college football or whatever.
With a booster?
Huh?
Like a booster or what?
I don't know what he was, but he's mixed in within that crowd, right? So it's like maybe she saw bruh as like a mark. You feel what I'm saying? Because she been around it so much, and bruh just tapped into what, getting $5-6 million a year, right?
Yeah. Power comes with responsibility. I think people get these high-ranking jobs and they have not conquered things like lust. And I'm gonna tell you right now, like men, like I'm just saying for all of us in general, conquering lust is gonna be the thing that's gonna set you apart, because once you get that huge blessing in life, you're not gonna backtrack or mess it up. Like you'll be established enough to where even if you get in a high-ranking position and you're single, you still know how to move. You're like, I'm not touching any women in this facility. I'm not messing with anybody in the staff. There are women out in the world that I could take my chance with instead of ruining $6 million a year. Like a lot of men don't conquer lust. Like their timeline is like booty shaking and you following IG models and escorts and corn stars. Like you got to delete all that shit. Your algorithm, and this is going to sound like it's two different conversations, but it's not. Your algorithm on the internet and your algorithm in real life, they always meet. When you're constantly like digesting lust all day, you swipe up and it's booty on your phone, and then you go out into the real world, do you think that shit's going to change? It's not. Like I'm pretty sure that head coach had a lot of booty shaking videos on his motherfucking phone, and it was all thick white girls too. It was all thick white girls and swiping down. That nigga had anti Dr. Umar content and white girl. That's what.
Oh no!
No, he had Dr. Umar.
Who's that dude on the? Who is that dude on the side right there? What's going on?
Whatever.
Ad right here on New York Post.
What is that?
I don't know, bro. Looking real funny looking though. But
Man.
hey, I believe what you're saying, Eddie. Because look at, I mean, the headline right here says it all. Sharon Moore offered OnlyFans model tickets in exchange for foursome.
Wow, and that's a New York Post put that. God damn.
So
for a foursome, this nigga went beyond a threesome.
Yeah, he said on to the next tier. Okay.
That nigga go to In and Out like, let me get 6 patties. Like, you know, my God.
Tickets though, that's crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This my thing with it though. It's real talk, and I agree with you, Keith, bro, aka K Things. These niggas messing up the fucking bag, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same with Diddy. Think about it. It's bad business. They're doing bad business. And it's like what you say, Eddie, somebody else could be in that place. That could do shit. Come on, bruh.
Yeah.
And at the time, I do think to myself, I'm like, the side chick, right? Because that was the main thing. It was the wife and the side chick. The chick that was in cahoots with the Michigan organization. What was she slighted about? Was it what you were saying, that did she want to be in the wife's spot, or did she feel that she didn't get enough fucking money?
Well, right? she got $30,000 increase. She went from making 50 something thousand. He increased her pay to 90 something thousand. So that's number one.
Hold on, I will say this: increase it to 90,000. But if she's within that system and know about the numbers and all that, she's like, so you're gonna give me 30,000 more? You making fucking $5 million? Nah, I want some more dollars. I want some more. Even though in retrospect we know, like, technically you're making $2 million, and then he got all these other expenses. In her head and everybody else, it's $5 million you making a year. So you giving me an extra 30,000? That's a slap in the face.
Yeah,
could be.
Well, I think he's dumb. Go ahead. You got it.
These things, like, if they're going on for years, I think this thing have been going on for years. It wouldn't be them, I don't think. Like, I don't think that anybody, or I don't think Sharon or the girl was the one that like tipped them. I think you were saying like it was a Uber driver or like a Grubhub or something like that.
Grubhub, I think it was.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't see like if I'm doing something wrong for a certain amount, like let's say you started like it's been going cool for a month. You slide over there, after football practice. Sometimes you act like you at the stadium watching film with the coaches or whatever, but you actually over this girl's house or whatever the case may be. Then you kind of test it out. You see how it goes. There's no your wife don't have a hunch at all. Then you keep doing that, for 3-4 months. After about a year, it's like this is gonna go on until forever, until I get caught or until I get in trouble in some way, shape, or form. So, I could see just some outside sources is the thing that kind of causes it to stop.
Yeah. The problem with people that cheat like this too is when it first starts off, it's very closed off. Nobody really catches it. But people that like each other that shouldn't be liking each other, I noticed they get very comfortable. There's multiple videos of Sharon Moore and her standing next to each other like before games talking when they really shouldn't be doing that. I think as a man like that's married or as a woman, either or, you should never get too comfortable around the opposite sex. I'm not saying that you need to avoid them or cut them off or whatever. It's just there's a certain body language that's very inviting. I can't even tell you how many married women that I've had conversations with, and I'm just like, just having general, and I'm thinking like, that chick, she wants to fuck me. I could tell. Not because I'm self-absorbed, but because she's being way too flirtatious. Like there's certain energy that you should not be giving off as a man in a relationship or a woman, and I see it all the time. Just some married people be the worst. They be cheating the worst. Like not just cheating, they be flirting the worst. Their body language is bad. The images they put on social media are bad. Like it's like dog. But I think that she wanted to be close to somebody with power, and I think that's one of the main reasons. Maybe in her mind she thought she could, take him from her. But even when she probably didn't realize that, they just want to be in the proximity of somebody with power. But where he fucked up is she got that big increase, but it's dumb because everybody's salary is posted publicly.
Oh, okay.
That the woman that you're fucking, her money is $30,000 more than everyone else's. Are you that dumb?
Did he give her a
Actually, go ahead.
Did he give her a different title? Like
I don't think he did. Actually, it was $40,000 more because they were getting 50,000 plus. Hers was 90,000.
Yeah. Personal head coach. That was her title.
It would have got so obvious. She would have forgot what she was. It's the fourth quarter. It's the 2-minute drill. They running down, and she just run full speed down there and just. That would have been all over. That would have been, bro. That would have been the first time head was the headline of ESPN. And then you got fucking Stephen A. Smith. The amount of atrocity that has happened today. I was more bothered by the fact that she gave him head in the middle of the game. What do you? Yeah, but Stephen A. Smith is a guy that he told everybody a long time ago. Remember he was like, "Stay off the weed." Remember that?
I remember he saying that.
Yeah, he was telling people to stay off the weed, and it kind of runs into this story because he said you're fucking up the bag by smoking. Smoking weed is not that important to where you're robbing generational wealth. Want to smoke? If you want to smoke, that's cool. Do that shit on the off season at least, but during the season, bro. And what's that dude, the wide receiver that played for the Browns?
Gordon.
Huh?
Josh Gordon.
He fucked his whole career off from weed.
Weed.
You know how much weed he could have smoked when he retired?
Yeah.
Could have owned his own farm, all types of shit.
That nigga could have smoked himself to sleep every day.
Yeah. It's really short. It's only, you might get 10 years in the league if you're really good. You got guys like Odell Beckham that's 33 years old. He's not even on the team right now. So, yeah, a good 10 years and not smoking weed. Like you say, you can smoke all the weed you want to.
Or just smoke on like the off season or something. Like you kind of, there's workarounds with it. You feel me? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and then as soon as you get knocked out the playoffs, or as soon as y'all don't make the playoffs, I'm
mhm.
gonna have one of the homies rolling the most gargantuan blunt
Yep.
after the season. But you don't fuck your money off. That's so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, okay, think about this, and keep this 100. If somebody told you that, let's say you was a boxer, and they said for this year we'll pay you $1 million, regardless if you win or lose, but you cannot have sexual relations. You mean to tell me you couldn't not go without sex for a year?
What do they mean by sexual relations, though? Yeah, you heard me.
My bad, I didn't hear you. Somebody
You
call
sound
me.
like You sound like R. Kelly.
What happened?
What do you mean by sexual?
What do you mean by sexual relations?
Just like anything sexually related, besides like self pleasure, you
Okay.
can't have no relations.
Okay, I was about to say, can you not just explode at all? Like you can't.
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's unhealthy. You ain't blasting off. Then that's bad.
That'd be crazy. Hey, if you was that, and you was a boxer though, you might be knocking motherfuckers out.
Yeah, you
All that time.
you be
can't go over nothing.
man. At that point, you just gonna be you gonna be busting on accident.
Off a hug.
You might hit a yeah, you might Don't let it be a woman with big breasts. That's gonna make it worse. Yeah, man. If you give a woman a hug with big breasts, you from the bus.
All training out the window. Oh damn! Got to start over.
Nigga, gotta you hug a woman like that, you gotta change your drawers.
Hey, y'all got people on TikTok cracking up, bro.
Well, I'm sorry, man.
Now, perfect timing. Hey, y'all on TikTok? Okay, I can't put it in the chat, but I did put it in the chat on YouTube. Y'all come over to YouTube or Kamal Johnson Network, and over there, I got the link to these brothers' podcast or Apple Podcast. Y'all go over there, tap into the link, and also give a follow and sub. Also, y'all, if y'all know how to goddamn spell and type in stuff, it's A Trucker's Mind Podcast. Okay, all right, y'all go over there. All right, yeah, back to what y'all saying though.
Oh man, it's just, to me, I just think it's unfortunate that we see this narrative of, and it sucks that it's unfortunately it is a race thing, and the reason why that people might, why, but there's a historical context to it, and it's the fact that when you look at stories like Emmett Till, where I think Caroline Bryant, she used the innocent black boy to make her husband jealous, and Emmett was ultimately slaughtered because she made up a lie. And there's a lot of narratives. There was another one where a black man, they said that somebody lied, said he was whistling at a white woman and he was dead. Like, these are things that happened literally less than 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And
just passed away.
Yeah, Carolyn, she just passed. Yeah, she just passed, and she admitted that she lied and everything. So I think that in the black community, we understand that. I don't think a lot of other people do, but it's unfortunate, regardless of who she was, white or whatever. It's bad, but dog, like, we know the history. The white box then took people down, and that's why Dr. Umar exists. He wouldn't exist if this wasn't the case. If niggas wasn't doing this, like, he broke into her house. Let me read the article, what it said verbatim. This is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. It says, after losing his job, Moore soon arrived to the woman's apartment and barged his way in. Then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives. This nigga didn't even get the right knife. Anyways, kitchen scissors to begin threatening his own life. The moment you threaten your own life with a butter knife, nigga, I don't take you serious. Yeah. You don't even got the right tools to do the job.
Butter knife, that shit insane.
Like, bro, you can't even cut butter with that shit. You threatening yourself with a butter knife? He's a manipulator. He's just like Diddy.
Yeah, you can't self-delete with no butter knife.
Yeah, he's like, I swear to God, I'm gonna do it. He's like, bro, you just at this point, just get a spoon. The prosecutor quoted Moore as telling the woman, "I'm going to myself," because I don't want to say it on TikTok. I'm going to make you watch my, huh?
You can say any way you want. TikTok already done ding my shit all the time. You can say it. I don't care. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin any traction again. It says my blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. She was terrorized. Not a guilty plea was entered on Moore's behalf by district of blah blah blah. He said very little besides acknowledging the conditions of his release, including no contact with the woman. Bond is set at $25,000. The court hearing was held 4 miles, blah blah blah, and his children coach his 3 children coach his last game, rival Ohio State. Dude, that's the worst. So that's your rival. So you lose to Ohio State. That's probably why they pulled all this shit up. I think if he was a really good coach, they'd have probably made this shit go away.
They sweep it under that rug for sure.
They would have got him another white girl if he was a good coach. So you keep this up. You keep it up, boy. You keep it up, boy. We'll get you a fresh one.
This one's fresh off the Ann Arbor River right here.
I knocked my cord out the damn microphone.
Oh shit, man. Bruh. I might have to change the title of this shit, man. I'm gonna have to change it to the white box. Don't let it
Don't let it mess up that.
That's crazy, bro.
But y'all got any last thoughts before I play the slapper of the day on this topic?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything else about this specific thing, but I got to bring something else that happened last night that's not related to this at all.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Can you tell that on the back end of the show? Because I don't have none on the back end. That'd be great for the back end. Okay.
Yeah.
Keith, you got anything you want to say before?
No, go ahead.
All right, so
we're
about to get into the slapper of the day, but before we get into that, I do got to say a couple of things. You feel me? My fan side of the audience, I do appreciate y'all. I didn't get to talk to y'all in the beginning. That's what's going to happen when I have guests on. I won't talk to both sides of the audience in the beginning. I'll do it more in the middle and the end. My fan side of the audience, my FBA fam, my Black American fam, Black people on code, the minute skill of allies that we do have. You feel me? And everybody else, from my producers to mods, you feel me? And everybody else that's going to be on the fam side of the game that's in the chat. Dwayne, I see you. And also, I got my guest on here, you feel me? If y'all want to do this too, y'all can. But y'all know the goddamn drill. Y'all should be doing this loudly and proudly, goddamn it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right? That other side of my audience, I'll talk to y'all weak asses later. All right, y'all, Keith and Eddie, y'all know I got a hating side of my audience.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Oh, they be in the chat,
man.
They be in the chat, not in the chat, the comments. They don't come on the live, but in the comment section afterwards. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all know a little bit about that. Y'all had a video where y'all had people in y'all chat.
Oh man.
Man, going crazy.
Yeah, but, they just follow suit, man. They like, these are people that don't got the balls to create content. So the best thing they could do for having the nerve to try to be somebody, they how dare you try?
Yeah. That'd be dumb as hell in the damn comments. But anyway, before I play the slapper, they also gotta say this. Y'all already been doing it, but a reminder don't hurt. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. Make sure it says all on YouTube, all right? If you watching on TikTok, you won't be able to see the visuals. I do appreciate y'all tuning in. Some of y'all sending gifts too. I appreciate it. But go to Kamal Johnson Network on YouTube. Also on Twitter, if y'all tuning in, appreciate it. But I do delete these lives after the live. So if y'all want to catch the recap, go to Kamal Johnson Network on YouTube. All right. Now let's get into the slapper of the day. And this was inspired actually by you, Eddie, because you brought their name up. And I was like, you know what? We should front of this right here. You feel me? And we about to slap some little brother. All right. And y'all already know little brother be slapping. You feel me? And we about to slap. We about to take it back, y'all. And we about to slap from the album, the Minstrel Show. Y'all remember that album, y'all?
Yeah, it's with three of them. I think it's three of them on the front.
Yeah, classic album, man. The Minstrel Show. You feel me? And this song right here is featuring Joe Scudder, and I'm pretty sure y'all know this song out here. I'm pretty sure Eddie and Keith, y'all know this song too. Loving it.
Let's get it started up one more time.
Yeah. For y'all.
Can't understand it.
Y'all can check out the song.
And y'all for tuning in.
Y'all better be gigging out there.
Y'all tuning us right now.
Let's get
And
it.
it feels so beautiful. On that blackface tonight. It's my nigga, Joe Stutter. He's coming up a little bit later on the show. I just want to thank y'all for just tuning in. It's like this, y'all. Yo, when Tay pull his verses out, promoters pull their purses out, that money for a purchase out, that charge card that they swipe for the worst amount. Cause this is business, not personnel. Thought that I would switch my personnel like Big Go and Big Two would be the first to bounce. But y'all niggas is boring me. I'm never gonna change up. Please join a sorority. Go step the game up. Y'all boys ain't ready for damage. You need extra planning. You in the game, but you off sides and got an extra man. And number coach doing your reprimand. And I got a team to run. Boy, respect my standards. And when I'm on the mic, y'all should expect the grandest show of lyricism. Never let them know who your man is. Check it out. So gutter, little brother, and all across the world, fly lady girls tell me they loving it. East Coast say they loving it. Midwest say they loving it. All world say they loving it. It's not a big I got no problem with niggas speaking gossip, talk about what you know, nothing in this nonsense. That's a bronze, Charlie taking precaution. Get you sold on the block, no, not an auction. Billy the party, I'm not a G, but I move like they move with a handful of smarts, man. Here these niggas go rambling, cause they don't know about the business we be handling. You know, come the hits, keep them scrambling. To the stores, to the shelves, dismantling. And with that joint nice sampling, who would take on the mic, jump back to them. And the women, we attracted them. And if you ever want to know what's happening, we tell them. It's down so good. It's so good. Stay the boys making the face in your face. The West Coast say they loving it. The East Coast say they loving it. Southwest say they loving it. It's your Scudder. I wake up every morning. Holding my dick, going through life like I know I'm the shit. You ain't fucking with me, so why try? Why go that route? Why take that street? You can't take that heat. Man, your whole flow weak. We will take that beat, put our own words on it. We will make that speak to the crowds and the masses. And all I ask is, don't settle for the average. Rap cabbage heads. Yeah, you heard what I said. We the best here. Cause our worst days be better than your best years. We your worst fears. So get up, get out, get something, man. It's only getting worse here. Joe's got a little brother, man, we family. And yo, we here forever, so understand me. Check your realness. If you can feel this. Don't show the videos, come in the position where we loving it. Nice one to say he loving it. Big fool say he loving it. Jay Hand say they loving it. Everybody say they loving
Hold on. That was a slapper too. I know y'all know about that. Elevators without Outcast. That was Brother featuring Joe Scudder off the album The Minstrel Show. Loving it. I put it in the chat for y'all so y'all could check the link. My bad. What was you about to say?
Man, when I hear like songs like that or like Slum Village or something, it just like I don't nothing like that. But it's just like a certain nostalgic feeling you get. Like life was different back then, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Life was different.
It do give a nostalgic feeling, man. I'm glad we could bring that to the people, though. You feel me?
Man, you remember the blast from Talib Kweli?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh man, slapper right there.
Man,
I might listen to Talib Kweli. And sometimes I like Talib Kweli, his music, but sometimes his points on certain things, he be on the floor.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, but, he had a podcast for a while. I think he still does.
Do he? I thought it got shut down. I thought he shut it down.
I don't even know. I just know he had one for a minute.
Yeah, true that. You feel me? But I know you said you had a story for us though. You feel me? We about to get into the second half of the show. You feel me? And before I let you get into the story, bro, you feel me? I gotta open up the phone lines. There might be some people that want to call in and talk to us. You feel me? The number is 619-609-7383. If you want to block your number, star 67 first. Or you might want to come up on stage with us. The link is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. Also, the Cash App is pinned there too. You feel me? If y'all want to, do a donation, you do a Dr. Umar type of donation. You feel me? Hey, it's pinned there too. You feel me? Shout out to everybody watching on TikTok. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. I got my bros on here, Keith and Eddie McGee from a Trucker Minds podcast. I got the link put in the chat. Y'all go check them out. Go hit the sub. Go hit a follow. Check out the podcast. But we on the second end of the show. And Eddie said he had a story for us. So let me turn this down.
All right.
Story on the second end of the show.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
All right, man. This is kind of unfortunate, but this might be people might get a laugh out of it. So last night I was really hungry, man, and I had eaten my lunch earlier in the day, and I was headed back home. And on the way back near Castaic, there's a Carl's Jr. Before you climb the hill to go back to Bakersfield. So I got my truck over, found the spot, went in there, and grabbed a burger or whatever. And I went to their restroom, and this is my question I have for people, how they can do this. When I went into the bathroom, some in the urinal.
This shit in the urinal?
In the urinal, and it was big. And I'm thinking, I'm like, how? Like, when did you get the time to do this? Number one, like, what in your life made you do that? And then somebody came and peed on it after it because there was piece around it. So like, yeah. So the first person is just diabolical, and the second person, they're just as bad as the first one.
Oh God.
Yeah, and this is not the first time I've seen that.
Yeah.
What?
This is not the first time I've seen somebody that had left shit in the urinal. I don't know how, like, I've seen this in school back when I was like in elementary or junior high. I've seen it back then.
Yeah.
And I have a homeboy named Raul that he used to be a janitor, and he said he's seen it a couple of times. And it's like, how are y'all doing this?
I'm good.
Shitting in the damn urinal?
Bro, in the urinal, man.
Oh, that's diabolical. You say you was at a gas station?
No, I was at Carl's Jr.
Even worse. God damn.
Yeah, bro.
It was that Mondo burger. Don't they got a Mondo burger?
Nah,
they got the big Carl.
Yeah, back in the day, what they called it back in the day, was it the burger? Was it $12 burger? What was it called?
I think it was $12 burger. Yeah,
that big old one.
Yeah, well, somebody, I don't know what they ate, bro, but that shit, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, this is a public restaurant.
Yeah,
that means somebody went in there and, like, I don't know if they timed it or they just were brave. I don't know what the fuck, bro. But I just was like, I texted the chat last night. I was talking to Keith and everybody. I was like, yo, somebody doo-dooed in this urinal, and it's big.
We had a not exactly like that, but we're getting our kitchen remodeled. So I came home, and as men, we lift the toilet seat up to take a leak.
Mm-hmm.
And I lift the toilet seat up, nigga. It's doo-doo all under the rim. I'm like, who? A construction worker. Looks like somebody has
what?
It looked like Cookie Crisp under the rim.
They painted the bowl, man. They painted the toilet. Oh my god! It was underneath it.
Yeah, it looked like they had a blowout. Like,
my
shot
God.
out, but it was under the rim, under the seat, and then it was like on the porcelain part. I'm like,
oh my god!
So y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go to Carl's Jr. if you want to do that.
Maybe it was the same person.
Bro,
This is in Bakersfield, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Nigga.
Big bandit on your hand. Yeah.
Bro. This man, what they did at Keith's house, nigga, that's a hate crime. They said, yeah, he's black. We finna show this boy how we shit. We gonna show this boy.
Oh my goodness, man. God damn, y'all got a shitty bandit on your hand.
I don't know, bro. If they had a composite sketch, I could think how this person looks. Like, I think I could draw of how this person looks. They're probably wearing an Anaheim Angels hat, right? It's probably all beat up. They got a construction. They're probably wearing some carpenter pants. They just like their fingernails always dirty. Yeah, I just can envision the type of person that would do this type of act.
Shitting in the urinal.
Yeah, bro. I ain't never seen.
I say this. I don't think this is a black person. We too hygienic for that shit. We not shitting in no urinal. I'm sorry. What y'all think?
That's what my little brother said. He was like, did they how did they wipe? They just put their pants on and walked out the car.
Just walk out like nothing happened, squishy booty and all.
Unless they use it as a bidet, like they just hit the little.
Oh my god!
No, you got it. Hold on. We can't act like everybody know what a bidet is. All right, you feel me? I like to explain things as lamest term as possible.
Yeah.
Explain what a bidet is, bro.
Bidet is I think they use it's not in France, it's somewhere in Europe, I'm not sure, but it's basically a mechanism built into the toilet that sprays water into your anal region to get the and it's more hygienic than just regular toilet paper. It actually sprays and cleans that area out very well, but I don't think that person that shitted in the urinals had that foresight. I think that they just was nasty and their butt was dirty and they was looking for any reason to get that out of them. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. Maybe I may need to be a little more empathetic. What if somebody was using both of the bathrooms, like they only got 2 restrooms to dookie in? They got one with wheelchair access and the other one is just a regular. Right. But imagine they got both dookie bowls. They're occupied, and you got a dookie too, but you can't wait. It's about to happen.
About to explode.
Yeah, and you just hey, this is the only bowl I got. That could have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, did you know?
Now, go ahead.
Did you know before we us Black Americans created plumbing, niggas just used to shit in the bowl and throw it out the window?
Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah, it was very. I forgot where it was, but there was they used to also dookie and have one stick with like something like a sponge, and they used to share the sponge. Yeah.
The white?
Yeah, the white. They would like share. They would like wash it off with water and then share it with each other. Yeah. And then when people was dookieing before plumbing too, they would just sit on this area They would all take turns dookie on it.
Oh hell no! Now that's diabolical.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. What was it? The Moors? They was the Moors, the black, like they were like a civilized nation. They taught hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a lot, man. You know, I don't want to go through a wormhole of hygiene, but I mean, just the dookie. I was just so surprised by it. I was like, I got to share this story with somebody. This is crazy.
God damn, man, doo-doo fouls, bro.
I'm calling. This nigga had a fart button ready and everything. God damn.
Oh yeah, I got the sound effects, y'all. I got the sound effects.
I'm calling Chris Hansen. Yeah, we don't get Chris Hansen to find out who the fuck did this shit. It's like, hey, I'm Chris Hansen. Did you dookie in the urinal? Are you the one that dookied? I've got your transcripts here saying I'm gonna shit in your urinal. Is that what you said to Carl's Jr.? Is that what you said, David?
Wait a minute, Chris Hansen, right? The Shout Out to Bird podcast. I'll be listening to it. How to Catch a Predator. Do y'all listen to that podcast?
What's that?
How to Catch a Predator podcast by Chris Hansen.
No, I didn't know it was a podcast.
Yeah, he had an own podcast on the shit.
Holy shit!
I listen to it on Monday. I have my Monday podcast that I listen to. All right, y'all one of them. Chris Hansen one of them, and there's like 2 other ones that I listen to. Now the Chris Hansen podcast, that shit diabolical. He be reading the transcripts of these P files, reading it back to him, and just the responses from these motherfuckers at times. I'm like, oh my god. But I'll be like, god damn. Chris Hansen be like, so you said you wanted to put your dick in her video.
Yeah, he says that.
I'll be like, god damn, Chris.
And it's uncensored, huh? Because it's the podcast.
Yep, uncensored. So you said you wanted her to lick your balls from the back.
Dang.
What do you mean by that? It's like, god damn. Shit, y'all is some nasty motherfuckers. Goodness gracious.
I seen on TikTok he had a video where he was reading a transcript. He said, "You said you wanted her to lick your cock. Is that what you said? Is that exactly what you said?" And he was like, "I mean, it was just a joke. I was just playing. It wasn't like I really meant that. It was just a, you know." So when you say that, what did you mention about anal? I have it here. No, I just like playing around. Like it's just like anal, like it's a little conversation. It wasn't nothing. Why would you say that to a 14-year-old? Well, I didn't know she was 14. It doesn't, but you verified her age. You said she was 14 and you were fine with that. Well, I was joking around too. I wasn't like serious. It's like, nigga, you cannot like, you are not that good of a pedophile, man. You are not that good of a.
She said she was 14, but her birthday is in December, so I figured she was a little older than me.
Like, oh my God.
Nah, you know who'd be the worst? And this would be the last thing because we almost hitting that 2-hour mark. You feel me? And
Got you.
I really don't like to go over 2 hours because StreamYard be on some janky shit after it hit the 2-hour mark. I don't know if y'all noticing now. It's kind of on some janky shit right now. We hit the 1.5 hour mark. I keep clicking in and out. I haven't noticed. What be getting me be the old white men that come in there and they come in with they know they done did wrong shit, but they try their best to convince Chris Hansen that just let me go, and I promise you I won't
do it again.
Yeah, they be like, oh my God, Chris Hansen, I know I fucked up. I know my wife's gonna leave me. My wife and three adult kids, they gonna disown me and stuff. But I know I did. I'm so stupid. I'm dumb. Chris Hansen started reading. But you said that you will have the condoms ready and y'all could watch Snow White. What did you mean by that? Oh, Chris Hansen, I'm dumb. I'm just so stupid. I know I'm dumb. Just let me go. I'll learn my lesson. Okay.
That nigga get tackled as soon as he walk out the door.
Yeah. Freeze. You be like, God dang.
I think what be funny is when that privilege run out, they'll be like, yeah, I said that, I'm dumb, but I'm gonna get out of here. We're just gonna forget about it. And they walk out and they get tackled like a motherfucker. Like, oh God, all right, I'll give myself up. It's okay. And it'd be people in high positions. It'd be like fire chiefs and like tech people and like people in local politics. And it's like, first of all, that's disgusting. But second of all, like, don't you care more about your reputation? Like, are you that? How did you get in that position and you're that dumb?
Right.
Like, the people that's a problem with people that get these high-ranking positions is oblivious to how people perceive them. The highest level of self-awareness is having enough internal dialogue to know, hey, you know what? How are people perceiving me? Right? How if I'm doing the right things, what kind of feedback am I getting? If I'm doing the wrong things, do people notice? They don't even care. They're just like, oh, nobody cares. It's like, yes, they do. Sharon Moore, they definitely care. They seen you give her that $40,000 raise. It's public notice. It's on a public website, sir.
I wonder what was on the expense report. You feel me? It's just a whole line 40,000. Head training.
Box.
Box.
All that nigga's transaction just said OF, 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 OF.
Man, that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, because didn't he? Supposedly there was like an OnlyFans model. You said that he was trying to get them to have a foursome for tickets.
Yeah, right here. I still got the title right here. Boom.
That's insane.
Damn, right here.
Disgraced ex University of Michigan football head coach Sharon Moore.
OnlyFans model right there on the right.
Oh
no!
God. As soon as you said that, went away. They're like, oh shit, they figured me out. Went away.
That would be fucked up. Because I don't want to hold you up, but you know the plot twist, the plot twist of that would be completely fucked up. What if his wife knew everything and they all were already doing things together? I don't think anybody considered that.
Nah, I didn't consider that.
Because they followed each other and stuff. That doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying that, you know, he was so comfortable trying to have a foursome. Who was the third person? And I don't know. You know, some couples, they be swinging like that, but I don't know. I'm only speculating. I can't say she was okay with it, but I think the narrative that, you know, she knew nothing, that might not always be true.
You got a point there. Damn. Eddie just told us, do not believe all women.
Hey, man. Yeah. Well, that too. I don't think you should believe anybody, because everybody is capable of lying. We're all human. So I gotta vet you. I gotta vet you first before I just believe what you say.
Yeah. Can't spell misogynistic without massage.
Hey, yo. For real. Yep.
Yeah.
Nikki Massage.
Shit. All right, I gotta say it. Shout out to the God damn. Oh man, but we about to get out of here. I noticed and it's not that I don't want to be on here longer. This shit fun as hell. I just noticed with StreamYard, when they get past that 2-hour mark, it just the computer start messing up, StreamYard start messing up. So we getting close to that, and I want to give y'all ample time to tell, you know, my people, you know, where they can find y'all and any other things that y'all want to tell the people and stuff like that. Yeah, y'all let my people know, bro, like where they can find y'all and any other endeavors that y'all want to tell my people. You feel me?
You want to go first, kid?
Yeah. Most of my stuff is K-Things. So KFINGS on pretty much all social medias. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok is the same thing. My brand new TikTok the other one got ripped down, so I'm starting fresh on there. So yeah, I post content like just different things, funny stuff, clips from the podcast, you know, skits that I do at school, stuff like that. And then also just pretty much anything creative, like the music and stuff like that. All of that stuff is on my social platform. So yeah, check me out.
All right, on my end, you could find me on TikTok at A Trucker's Mind Podcast, or _Trucker's Mind _podcast, or it should be at. You can find me on TikTok. I follow Kamal, so if you have a problem following me, you could follow him and find me, whatever. Okay. There, and obviously the podcast with the same name. It's on Spotify. It's on all streaming platforms. You can find us there. Outside of that, just look forward to creating more content, doing more stuff, and making some monumental moves in the future, man. But man, you guys all chime in with Kamal. My freaking battery is dying now. So I gotta. You said what?
I said, Dizam, your shit dying?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately it is. It's down to 10%, but I got the low, what do you call the low battery thing? The low battery. So I've been rocking for most. I started off at 100.
Dang, yeah.
Damn, we
time
had it for a minute.
Time flies, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
Before we get out of here, we want to thank you again for popping up to the live podcast. It was a couple of years ago now.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on.
Man, I appreciate y'all, bro. That's man.
Yeah.
That show was fun. Me and my lady went. You feel me? We got to check out Bakersfield a little bit.
Y'all still rocking?
Yeah, we still rocking, bro.
That's good, man.
That's dope.
Hell yeah, we still rocking. You feel me? We gotta come back out there, and we also want to check out Allensworth. I know that's close to Bakersfield, and we want to check that town out and stuff like that.
Yeah. Go
way back in
February.
Yeah, go during Black History Month.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll roll out there too, man.
Okay,
for sure.
Yeah.
Allensworth is not too far where my family in Wasco live. It's a little further back, but yeah, it's like the first established Black community in the state. So we got a lot of history in our backyard right here too. So yeah, man, we appreciate you, bro. And for those that don't know Kamal like that, like this man came from San Diego all the way down to Bakersfield, California to check out. We had a live podcast. He showed up, man, and I think volumes of who this guy is. I've told him too, if he has an event, something like that, I'll pop up too. That's the beautiful thing about the internet is, you got people in the comments that leave nasty stuff, and then you got people that really fuck with you too. I think that this is a representation of what the internet is supposed to be. People creating content and actually like organically, supporting one another, man. So once again, I want to thank you for that too, man. And I hope that we also introduce a lot of our audience to you, and vice versa. But yeah, man, God bless, man. And man, everybody be safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. You feel me? We about to close out. You know what I mean? I put the link to my bruh's podcast, the Trucker Minds podcast, in the chat on YouTube. If you on TikTok watching right now, I do appreciate y'all, but YouTube is where it's at. You feel me? Kamal Johnson Network. You can see the visuals over there. Just on TikTok, you just hear the audio, but y'all is cracking y'all asses up. I saw some of y'all laughing like a mug. All right. Also, if you're on Twitter, appreciate y'all watching. But I do delete these lives after the live, so you want to catch the recap, come over to YouTube, Kamal Johnson Network. All right. My fam side of the audience, I do appreciate y'all. My FBA fam, my Black American fam, Black people on code, the tiny minuscule allies that we do have. You feel me? Everybody that's on the fan side of the game that came in the chat, Dwayne, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate my mods and producers. Y'all know who y'all is. And yeah, we doing this.
Shout out to Dwayne.
Yeah, man, he was coming in with the chat. I appreciate you. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out to Dwayne, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man, and loudly and proudly, goddamn it, do this for yourselves. You feel me? You feel me? I've been rocking with y'all for a minute. Y'all have great insight. Y'all comical as hell. I love the perspective y'all give. We're gonna do more of this. We're gonna I'm gonna have y'all on more. You feel me? I just had to kind of figure out a way to how I like constructing my show, and this has kind of been really good. It's been perfect to do it this way. You know what I mean? And y'all keep doing what y'all do. You feel me? I'm gonna keep tuning in. I'm gonna keep listening. You feel me? And yeah, if I ever do have events, I will let y'all know. And I do really appreciate y'all, and I appreciate my fan side of the audience. Now, before we go, I did tell y'all I got a stinking ass hating side of the audience, and I talk to they punk asses too. Now let me talk the side that I don't appreciate. Oh, you suspected white supremacists. Oh, your meth mouth is showing. You Sambos and tethers, I can't stand your asses. Oh, you goddamn imbeciles, you bootlicks, and the rest of y'all that be on that goddamn Kundanese. Y'all can EAD, all right? Y'all most definitely probably gonna be in the comments and say some bullshit like, I'm looking at black on black crime right now on goddamn the damn tube right now. What y'all black brothers talk about a drug deal? They say dumb shit like this, bro. I'm telling y'all, I'll be like, but y'all go EAD anyway. I think I'm glad y'all were kind of like my first guest on this type of setup, and I think I'm gonna have more guests come on Saturday. This was really good. I think I might do it later in the day though, right? Because we did do it kind of early, and we got a lot of people tapped in. We got like 40 plus tapped in right now, consistent. Actually, since you started talking about the doo-doo story, like 15 more people came in. So I guess people love doo-doo stories. So,
more doo-doo stories.
You know what they say about doo-doo? Doo-doo got a lot of flies in there.
But yeah, you feel me? I'm glad y'all came on here. I appreciate y'all. Everybody else, y'all go follow their podcast. You feel me? I got it all linked up in the chat. And yeah, we gonna get out of here, y'all. So peace out, y'all.
Love.